overall still some concerns regarding what goonsquad's turned up to the game with.
Really loving Entity's approach this time again. They identified that the Tiny is really the big playmaker in the game, and this last pick Venomancer, I mean, Veno versus Tiny is miserable. The game, all game is just... Of course, the Veno just canceling your blink, but it's also just this percent damage if you do ever get ulted. It's so painful to play.
I mean, it's just the combo as well, right? If you get doomed and Veno'd, you're just gone. You're just dead.
There's just so much like that they have with their draft of like on the floor, right? Like they're mentioning on the panel. There's Veno wards, there's shrapnels, there's birds flying around, even scorched earth. There's like rocket flares even to scout. It feels like it could be a very difficult game for goonsquad if Limp doesn't have a really successful lane.
Yeah,
I think they can just fall apart. Yeah,
he's got to pop off big time. He wasn't able to do it last game on the DK, but a bit more offensive potential on the Tiny. So, and of course, you know, again, this is one of his classics, more so than the DK, I feel. You know, this is something back in the day where Limp was smashing. And sure, you know, the IO Tiny ain't what it used to be, but it is still there, and there's still potential for Hansken to set up Limp for some good moves.
Yeah, I mean, he has, like we said, I feel like he has to pop off. Because this last pick, Bloodseeker, I'm curious to see what their idea with is it, but I'm concerned for it as well, because getting on top of Sniper is incredibly difficult. Unless you have one who's, you know, you're already zooming because you've already gotten everybody else low and you can get on top of him quickly. It feels like it's going to be difficult for him to close the gap versus Veno wards, Clockwork that's disrupting it as well. So let's see how the lanes play out.
Yeah, that is the thing, you know. If you get on top of him, it's got to be a quick, clean kill, and you got to get perfectly on top of him. If any sort of misplay, he is easily going to have the control from his teammates to be able to turn around and take you down.
And this can be in a bit of an annoying lane too. Like, Tiny should be able to get good farm, but Grave Chill is pretty obnoxious, so we could see Stormstormer come out with some decent denies. Other thing is too, this draft from Entity, it's almost identical to what they played the other day versus Gaming Gladiators. They had a Puck as their last pick last time, but of course it was banned this time around, but they looked so good on it, and Pure in particular on his Sniper was unreal. Like, he just was kiting the fights perfectly, so.
And how's Pure going to feel in this matchup up on the top lane? Is he going to be pretty happy with this?
Yeah, I mean, the Razor IO is a very strong lane. IO, I think, is just one of the strongest laners at the moment because of the way the healing, of course, works, but Clockwork can offset and protect as pretty much as one of the best 5 positions for any range carry. So I feel like he should be able to get a decent chunk of farm up here anyway. Just has to watch himself about his positioning and maybe get boots early so he doesn't get linked and get all that damage taken away. Bottom.
Should be fine. He's going to have the Gale in a second if they do keep chasing. So we'll be okay. And of course, Katomi was able to make the creeps meet around the back, so a fair bit taken away from goonsquad.
Yeah, good deny. We see them trying to pull the melee creeps onto the range creep down here. Aqua will be able to get it, so he'll be able to deny a range creep as well. Nicely done. And Katomi's going to start scouting what creep he's going to be able to get. Of course, hoping for that mana burn creep.
We'll have another attempt here. The blood right. There's a fair bit of damage, but Toby could look to turn. If he can get in range with the Gale, he can. Pexu, he lapped up for the TP out to the safety of his tower. Aqua has hit the 2.
Toby.
So he's actually got the chase down potentially. He's under the tower and will be able to get the kill. A good read there from Aqua, seizing the opportunity to run him down.
Yeah, still level 1 on this Venomancer, and going for the Gale level 1, which does make your lane a little bit weaker, unlike when you're just poking with Poison Sting.
Top lane. Another round of the shrapnel. And S4 and Hansken able to get out of it.
A lot of creeps chasing them as well. Courier. Oh, it actually gets pulled into the neutrals too, so they're going to lose a couple of those. And Hansken might still just die.
He's very, very low.
Very close. Looks like he's going to be okay.
And just a nice little bit of a walk through the jungle.
This Bloodseeker's zooming, though. They're very low, so bottom lane.
Aqua. He's ready to look for another kill here, Toby. He's got Gale in a second.
He gets it off.
This time round,
the high five.
He's going to go down. Toby's able to live. Aqua taken out.
It's 2-man.
Also will fall for that one. I mean, you saw how close it was, but being close, it's not going to cut it there for goonsquad. Losing both heroes there off the back of that attempted dive.
And a cool play by Katomi. He doesn't find, of course, that mana burn creep, but he has this slow creep. The frost attack absolutely coming into play there to get the distance.
Yeah,
that was nice.
You can't run away from these 2 heroes. And you've got to be ever so careful when you're trying to play close to the tower for those offensive moves. The turnaround is going to be so tough to deal with.
Limp is having that amazing lane, though, right now. 13 and 10, actually, and denies. That's quite significant.
We'll check this out again, the dive.
Oh, the little bits of slow. Like, everything adds up, you know? And then, yeah, of course, the high five. Ooh, I like it by Toby. Double checking the rune. Hanskin will be able to get the top rune secured for Limp. Stormer actually will be able to go down bottom and get the other one. So, doesn't have a bottle, of course, on the Visage, but...
Yeah, look at these slows.
It's actually insane.
I think it's like they're sort of playing in slow motion down here, Goon Squad.
Up top, S4.
Has been caught, trapped
He's in
into the
trouble.
shrapnel. There's not going to be enough heals to keep that man alive.
And now
the
Hanskin
battery's
also.
still going. Entity, they're going to be able to maybe take down the two of them. Hanskin's going to try and hide around the trees. But Fishman making sure he continues to give vision by staying on top of him. Will set up for Pure to get both kills.
And he immediately salves himself up too, so bottom lane, even though Aqua is a bit speedy for a second, that salve will offset that. Great plays coming out from Fishman again. His Clockwork game 1 was on point in the lane. This time we've seen the same thing. Securing the lane perfectly for Pure.
Both side lanes now from Entity have managed to have these situations where they've taken down both enemy heroes at the same time.
And now the lane bottom, it does start to get quite a bit more miserable, really, for Bloodseeker. He is one of the better heroes at offsetting, of course, that poison sting, but it's still very annoying. Katomi, he steps up a bit far, but he's fast.
See top lane.
Again.
Hanskin's going to try and run. The shrapnel might just finish him. Oh, needed that last bit of damage, but Hanskin's able to make it out in time. And it will be Fishman this time going down. So Goon Squad able to survive through that attempt and take down a kill and return.
Limp actually has quite a level advantage right now in the mid lane. He's going to get a toss back on Stormer. Don't know if it's enough to finish him off, though. It's close.
As you see, Pure up top had to TP back to base there. Oh, no, sorry, TP back to the tower. Okay, yeah, he was a little concerned. And they went on in there with the slow. Bottom lane looking for the setup, maybe. If they could do this here now, as soon as...
Under tower.
Yeah, Katomi shows his face. Goon Squad, no, they can't dive for Toby.
Yeah, cool that even puts like the little 1 point into Infernal Blade for harassment to actually like... Just even these mini stunts can always be really strong to offset and stop them from diving Toby. But yeah, this game around, much better lanes so far
It's
for
close,
Goon Squad.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not seeing that situation where they're just getting completely out-CS'd on all
That's
fronts.
good. He's really playing it so risky. Being on the side versus the Clockwork as an IO. Even though you have your tether, it can get disrupted, of course, by Clockwork.
And of course, with this skill bit of Pure, 3 points to the shrapnel, it hurts.
They want to go aggressive, non-stop.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Again, the wraparound. Look at Fishman.
Yeah, he's in a perfect position to block off any chance of escape. And getting trapped in the cogs, but no shrapnel here from Pure to follow up on this one.
Hanskin was able to distance himself a little bit. Might be able to finish off Fishman. And they will.
They're doing a much better job this time around, Goon Squad. They're dealing with entities and willingness to just look for this constant action. And they're getting kills in return now. 3 to 4, they're keeping it close.
And like you said, they're a bit lucky perhaps that the shrapnels were used, but Pure maybe a bit too gung-ho on throwing them all out there. Because if they had the shrapnel there, they'd perhaps get a trade or a double kill even. Bottom. This I mean, he's getting very low. Yeah, he actually has to get healed or he would die. 2 points in Gale, 3 points in the Poison Sting.
He's still going to be kept incredibly low down here, Aqua.
Deepest thanks.
Ooh, the teammate salving him. Look how pathetic it is. It really is so sad watching a team.
But yeah, it's like a couple hundred HP. That's what you're getting from that.
Yeah. It's like 180 HP or something. It's so low. Now mid lane. Looks like they're trying to put some emphasis onto Limp since we were mentioning he is having that good time. Stormer has hit the 7 though, so he's also having a better lane. Fishman just being the sacrifice.
Oh, nice TP.
Can he actually get out?
Oh, that was
Ooh.
well done there. Keeps control around the rune spots. Make sure the Storm's able to get the DD bottom. Aqua, he's probably going to have to take a walk back to base, or at least far away from Katomi and Toby.
And the panel did mention that there is a chance that we could see that happening a lot, these TP outs, right? It's really only Limp stun combo that is the disable for their team besides the Wyvern Curse.
Now, how's Limp doing on that first item?
He's got phase boots.
Okay, he's got his phase. When you still see the phase, are we still going to get him going for the blink, or is it going to be a more just run at you and right-click your down build, do you think, from Limp and the mid-tiny this game?
It's like, I want him to go blink because he's versus the sniper, but then it's like the Veno, maybe he is feeling like he actually has to go for different items. I'm not sure. I think they still need the blink, otherwise they have no way to start fights.
Let's see what he queues up next.
Even though it might feel awkward, it's something that you just might have to sacrifice yourself for. You have 2 carries in your side lane, so I feel like if he goes carry items too, who's going to be the playmaker, right? You have Bloodseeker and Razor as your other 2 cores. So
yeah, you just
I feel like you have to.
Purely relying on Hanskin to relocate you on top of the sniper.
Yeah, that's not a great idea either versus this lineup. You can just get turned on, so yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
Ern
is
finished
under
up on the
attack.
Veno. As we imagine, that's going to be a very early vessel that he's trying to go for versus the IO and versus the Wyvern to offset heals. Fishman just soaking it XP here.
Nice chilling out, trying to snipe some of the creeps with the rocket flare. Couldn't quite get them, so S4 will still manage to clean up pretty much the entirety of the stack.
He's still level 5. You know, he did soak a significant amount of that experience.
Now, Limp back in on the mid for the defense. Fair bit of damage done there by Stormstormer with that first round of a push from the familiars. Tier 1 tower nearly going down.
Fishman just being annoying. He's forcing this reaction over here. They're going to get the kill onto him. But Stormstormer is immediately going to take that time and start hitting the mid tower. So I feel like Fishman actually got what he wanted.
They're not going to get that
he's
kill.
actually going to live? No
I
way.
mean,
No
the next
way.
round of spells from Limp. No, he's going for the
my
TP out. He's away.
Fishman, God.
I mean, we saw this a few times last game, living in these situations where you wouldn't have thought he'd be able to get out, and indeed the tips for his teammates showing that as well. An excellent escape. I mean, they're just making so much space.
He's being he soaked the triple camp, right? The XP from the triple camp.
Yep.
He allowed them to get the mid tower because they've rotated over kill him, and he survived. So like this triple benefit coming out from the clock in that play. 2K gold lead. Pure has left the top lane. He's just been jungling. Now he's got his Mask of Badness. Maybe he wants to get involved into some of these fights. And now bottom tower also.
Pexu.
He's in some trouble.
Stormer keeping the birds on him. And indeed, he'll buy a bit of time with the cold embrace, but there's nowhere for this man to run.
And an earn charge acquired for Toby. Meanwhile, we see top. Limp is starting to pressure the tower.
Yeah, these are quick tier 1s, though, being taken down by Entity. Mid and bottom taken out 11 minutes in. Some great early tower pressure around Stormstormer's Visage.
And the hook shot, S4. Do they have a bid? Not level 6 on the IO.
Got Pure at the side. It's a lot of damage with the shrapnel. S4's gone. They've got to run Goon Squad. There's no chance of fighting up into the high ground. They have to get out of here.
Yeah, I love the build that he's gone for. The Mask of Madness, 3 points, of course, in the take game. And yeah, IO, very underleveled. Hanskin, still only 5. If he had the reload, I thought they were going to try to go for it, but yeah, only level 5 on him. So unable to even get his Razor out.
They're for sure going to sense that Pure, once again, is getting a very nice start here.
And they do have this kind of quad scaling lineup because they have a Doom, as you know, Papano was mentioning too. When you have these 4-position Dooms, they kind of turn into these 3s very quickly. His blink timing is going to be pretty damn quick also this game.
I mean, it's going to be nearly as quick as Limp's.
It is.
They're about the same amount of money towards it. 1,300 gold on the Blink Dagger.
And they both have phase boots. Game just...
It's just, yeah, so much pressure on Limp to make something big happen when his Blink's done. If he gets that Blink Dagger and he's not finding kills, not finding action, and this is going to be another very tough game for Goon Squad.
Absolutely agree. And Toby, he will go down here.
They'll bring pretty much the whole team in to take him out.
What a burn.
But he did his job. He got the plague on Aqua. Look at him. Aqua just taking so low.
He's going to have to walk back to base, maybe.
Yeah, he definitely has to go back to base.
And meanwhile, obviously on the relocate back over there, Entity, we're ready to clean him up. S4 shows in the lane. Stormstormer nearly gets the kill because of that.
Aqua actually barely lived. It was 20 HP on the Bloodseeker. It's very close to them both dying. So yeah, they killed Toby, but the damage that he did with his ult kind of makes them all go back to base.
Making huge amounts of space that Pure is just having a brilliant time with. You know, you give this man space and he's going to be hitting creeps like nobody's business.
I mean, they're all just farming right now. Entity, they're applying pressure, but also farming at the same time at a really nice rate. Like we said, Katomi, he'll actually have the blink pretty much at the exact same time as the Tiny, yeah. And Limp, it's like, it's gonna have to be big go time when he has this
He's got to
blink.
do so much with his blink.
He needs to find the sniper is the thing too. Like, he can't actually go for Visage. He can't go for the Venomancer in a lot of situations because that's what the Veno wants. That's what Toby's building for too. He actually transitioned. Instead of going straight for Vessel, now he's gone for Hood, so he just wants to soak damage. He has to find sniper kills or this game is going to quickly spiral out of control.
That's the Blink Dagger picked up. We've got to see a smoke straight away or something from Goon Squad. We've got smoke on Handscam. See where Limp can get out to make a move. Around one of his supports.
Blink is going to be done for Katomi, too.
Radiant's
It's about to be finished after this mid-creep wave and one more creep. Good timing is on all their items. Top net worth for their sniper, Visage as well. Looking not exactly the same as last game, but it's kind of similar. 5k gold lead already.
It isn't as bad, but it's still... It ain't great here for goonsquad this start. They've got a tough sort of hole to dig themselves out of here from the early game.
And it's a pretty damn good sniper game overall, right? Playing versus the Bloodseeker, limited heroes that can close the gap onto him. He's going to be going for that quick Hurricane Pike just to be able to keep that distance as well. So yeah, let's see. Where's Limp's first move?
There we go. He wants to group up with Peksu. Maybe see if they catch someone pushing the bottom lane. They know that, you know, the last few times Stormer has been playing around down here. So maybe seeing if they can catch the Visage.
They do have the reload in too, so they will have the numbers if they do want to go for this play. But Limp, I mean, it's a lot of time that's ticking by. He's got the blink dagger, but not finding anything.
They're considering where the best place to make a move is going to be.
Entity's literally just farming. Like, everyone is just farming, pushing waves, and it's growing. Like, it was 4k lead, now it's then 5k, now it's 6k already.
Here we go. Here's the smoke. They need something big. They need a core, ideally pure.
And look at Fishman. He knows. He knows this is going to coming already because he has the ward down, so he saw them actually coming.
I mean, backup's on the way over for Fishman. But this time round, he won't get out. He will go down, but he may have set up for the chance for them to get some kills in return. S4's taken down. Katom is ready to chase down Hansken. Over to the side. Toby in with the gale onto Peksu. They lose Fishman, but they take so much more from goonsquad. 3 heroes down. Back down bottom. Stormer will be picked up, so goonsquad are at least able to find a core kill over on that side of the map.
A much-needed core kill. But Sniper just chilling. He just got handed these kills.
He got a double kill as well.
He's just sitting there in the jungle, and he's like, oh, why, thank you. Fishman, you just set this up for me. Absolutely. I mean, he's going to be massive again this game.
I've seen him in limp.
Okay.
This is what they need to do. They need to play it fast. Doom's going to get dropped down onto S4. Katomi has got Fishman and Toby by his side. And S4's got to step back. He will be taken back out over in a few seconds, so that this Doom shouldn't be deadly for him. He'll be fine. He's got the curse. Peksu.
They've got Limp for the follow-up.
He's heading over. And he's in with the avalanche. It's a solid one. Fishman's taken down. Now jump back over towards them, but they'll keep him protected with the cold embrace. Toby ends up being trapped in the cogs. goonsquad, they're bringing that chaos that they need to do. So we're seeing Limp, jumping all over the place, getting these kills, getting this action going. Exactly what Limp needs to be doing. 2-0-3. He's opening up the game, giving the opportunity for his team to get back in on this after a tough laning stage.
Good curse there from Peksu to set it all up too, and then Limp. Good follow-up. The way he does use that stun toss back to kind of trap them inside of the cogs also.
And we'll see it again here. This was, of course, just after we had the action in the river. And goonsquad knowing that they have to just keep going for these fights. It's going to be their way of getting back in on this, getting these kills here around Limp.
But they're not finding pure is the most important thing, right? This sniper, he actually switched it up. He went for the BKB, so maybe looking like he wants to kind of just force something soon. Maybe force a potential Roshan. Could be an option if they do like to. If they do get like a kill advantage, they might try to go for that forcing there since he went for this item choice instead of the pike. But Aqua's also continuing to get pretty decent farm. Sure, not the level of the sniper, but he's not in the position where he was last game as the Spectre, who is pretty much getting nothing. He's 2-1-2, has pretty good timing on his Maelstrom, close to BKB as well, which will make the fights a lot easier for Bloodseeker to get involved.
Gotta be careful, bottom goonsquadders. Entity are heading over. Do you have a hook shot? Oh, he wants the Fishman. He's going to be able to get in under the tower. He's caught the two of them. They're going to try and back off. The mech will keep them alive. The curse is back up, and Peksu's able to hold back Stormer. Maybe a dive too far this time from Fishman. It doesn't only end up losing his life, but ends up baiting Stormer into going down. So they're getting a bit of ahead of themselves there, Entity. Goonsquad able to shut them down.
Great positioning again, Peksu. This was actually really close to even catching the sniper. The curse, I think he was just on the outskirts of it.
Over to the mid limb. He's keeping it fast here.
Relocate
Make sure
as
they
well.
get more. The slow. Anything that can be done to save him here? They can't. Toby's going to go down. He'll get the ult off.
Hansken might still even tick out through the cold embrace.
We'll see Fishman TP in. He's over to the side. He's going to try and TP back to the fountain.
Oh my god, only just.
He's going to be fine. I think he might have even gone down to the one. It was close.
It was very
single
close.
digit HP. It did drop to. With those
Different positioning in the chair.
poison. Yeah.
All right, signs of life for Goon Squad now.
Yeah. No,
Big-
so this
good
has been top stuff here from Limp so far.
Yeah.
Look at this. How low did it go? Went down to the. That was,
Hey,
that
take
was
the
a
one.
one.
It looked like a one.
I saw a one in there. Let's go. Can we get the one? Yeah,
it was a one. It
there
was definitely a
yeah.
one.
So what was that? That was been one of the instances of the ult bringing him down the bigger jump, but of course that itself can't be lethal. And then it happened to be with the ticks that the other ticks came in independently. He wasn't at the 1 HP, so he lives.
Actually beautiful. Well done, Hanskin. Now he's got an Essence Ring as well too, so we'll be a bit tankier in these fights. And yeah, that's the BKB done for the Bloodseeker. So again, still feel now Goon Squad, I feel like they can fight a little bit easier. They can actually bring the Bloodseeker to get involved in some of these kills. And Entity, I think now they have to be a little careful of the positioning of Peksu. They have to just watch where this Wyvern is a couple of these times.
It's a good curses.
Yeah.
Last couple of times there from Peksu.
And always is going to hurt a lot versus Stormstormer. Like, those birds are just going to kill him if he does get it on top of the Visage.
There we go. Goon Squad. They want to keep the ball rolling. Limp wants to fight. He wants to kill.
Ags is done on Stormstormer, so this is actually one of those items that allows you to go to the back line and find the Wyvern. Fishman, he'll break the
Jump
gank.
in on him. The cogs up and will cause initial issues for Limp trying to finish up the kill. He's able to get round to the side though. A couple more punches. Oh, actually, they're going to be able to save Fishman. They jump in. Okay, the toss does end up killing Fishman, but Limp this time round will lose his life for that effort.
Fishman will take that all day. S4 also BKB, so yeah, 2 BKB timings. The third one going to be coming pretty decent timing on the Tiny also. Although, of course, he went the Echo Saber. We'll be able to disassemble. But yeah, the Ag's now done for Visage. That's going to allow him to pierce the backline versus these double save supports a lot easier. And make it definitely harder for Peksu to set up on these curses. That's a lot of Maelstrom procs.
Especially once this bash is done. If Aqua can get in on top of the sniper, it will cause issues.
Didn't point out, Pure, of course, every time the sniper is played, we do see the Grow Bow picked up, you know, just a little bit of luck going toward his side. More distance that he can keep himself away from that Bloodseeker. And Entity, they're still kind of hugging each other. Fishman just constantly playing in between the enemy team and this sniper, just trying to make sure that Pure continues to have this flawless game, 6-0-2. I love that set. I love that taunt. The Doom playing the guitar. Peksu, he's found this time. And that perhaps could actually open up Roche. The curse is kind of the biggest thing that they have to deal with right now.
Yeah, I mean, Pure's ready to head in.
Yep.
They'll have the damage. Especially if Goon Squad want to try something 4 versus 5. And I think they might.
It's tough without their... That is their main team fight, is the Wyvern. Everything else is kind of
S4's
pick
ready
off.
to just go in.
Okay.
He's going to get in. Stay
good
on
link.
top of Toby. With that static link, that's going to be enough to take him down. He's going to be able to get out to the side as well. Handscan making sure he can safely reset. Takes him over to the edge of the pit.
And Stormstormer actually blocks the hook shot of Fishman, so unable to actually stop the aggression from the Razor. Nicely done. Does stop that Roshan.
With the full 5-man back in play now from Goon Squad, it's not quite as simple for Entity to take the objective.
That was actually, I mean, that was a very ballsy play early from S4, just confidently charging in, but ends up working out nicely. Still 4K lead though, Entity. Getting a little bit more out of the map still in these last few moments, just playing a bit more farm enemy. And of course, you know, we have to keep reiterating, they have a Doom, so that net worth is always going to be inflated a little bit because of his Devour. Stormstormer almost level 18, so Max Familiar is about to be online too. On Goon Squad, any other big timing that they're soon going to be hitting? I mean, they kind of just have their timing still. I think they can still be looking for these battles at any moment. It really is just positioning that has to be the biggest concern. Peksu and Hanskin, they have to have sentry downs. They have to be aware of where this Visage is going to be sneaking in. Shard purchased up for Aqua. Not into any strength hero. Not into any like strength core, where it usually feels the best to be able to have this shard, but still significant amount of damage.
See? Ready with the smoke, and with the BKB Crystallis done on Pure.
He hurts. They don't get on top of him. He's still definitely going to be that big problem for Goon Squad. Hatomi's about to have his BKB also for this Doom. Limp. He's spotted.
Oh, they're getting the
He's
jump
under
on him.
vision.
Caught out there, Limp.
It was a Doom use though. That's the one. It was a bit of an overcommitment there for Kataomi. He does have his BKB now coming for the Doom. And Visage is starting to scout the area to try to set up this Roshan. And they're going to start.
See if Export wants to run in again. Cogs are going to slow him down first.
This time Fishman's like, no.
And they're committing for the Roshan here, Entity.
Pure is half HP. Does have to be a bit careful. Aqua.
Oh, S4. He stepped back over him. He's trusting in Hansken, and rightfully so. Hansken is able to keep him alive for now.
He's still quite low. They're going to have to heal him up.
Yeah, he was playing on the edge there, also holding on to... Of course, popping his BKB, trusting that Hansken would save him, and he does.
You have to be very careful when you're walking into a Visage and Sniper at this point. The Visage level 18. Those birds really will shred you in no time. But they have stopped the Rosh.
They keep an Entity out of the pit.
Continue to push the wave. Aqua also. Still, of course, as we said, we're seeing the gold still going Entity's way because they are getting that much more out of the map and the Doom. 60 seconds until Doom is back up as well. This ward, it's seeing everything. Spotting out all of Goon Squad at the moment. Ooh.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I really don't want to leave this area.
This ward is really, it's doing such a good job. Like catching the left ward, that is, catching Limp earlier with the jump that they got, and also now just scouting every movement. Storms?
They're going to try
his face.
They're going to try to see if they can catch him.
They get the rupture. It was so close. And now a secondary drum. They already had the one drum on Toby, but now Visage has one for himself, so he can amp up his birds. They're gonna start hurting quite a bit here when he does pop those. And Goon Squad just have to keep checking the area. They have to keep throwing spells to be able to get vision inside a Rosh.
And they can't leave this spot. It really is just locked in around this position for both teams.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Neutral items. Who gets what? There it is. I was waiting for one of those. Paladin sword now for Aqua. It's kind of stalemate right outside of that pit for what feels like the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, Storm is trying to do his best to at least be able to get out and get some farms separate from the rest of his team around here. Of course, Pure's still able to sweep through the jungle, clean up the camps.
Limp's about to finish up his BKB, so we'll have a bit of easier access to just commit into the fights himself also now. Oh, and they haven't been over here in a while. 3 bounty runes for Aqua. As we said, they've been pretty much sitting around the Rosh pit for last 6 to 10 minutes or so. Basher now done for the Bloodseeker, so these BKBs, he'll be able to actually commit through them. Everyone just acquiring wealth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still a lot of pressure, it feels like, on Pexu and Limp in order to get the right jump, or to just protect versus this Visage and Sniper.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They're finally having a chance to poke back at the Roshan here, Entity.
And they did just kill the birds, so Stormstormer, he's not going to have a resummon. He actually just has to use it right now.
I would imagine, Goon Squad, they're going to get straight back over.
He's dying.
And Fishman's very low. But Kataomi's actually going to go in for the commitment onto S4. He's in with the jump in with the Doom. They'll try and keep S4 alive in with the cold embrace, and with the tether relocate out to the side, that will protect him.
Oh my.
Curse is going to get dropped, but it's only onto Stormer.
The birds just disintegrated that Wyvern, and Pure, he's going to get to finish the Roche.
Yeah, this is going to be all the entity needed to do that. And now they're going to look for kills. They'll get the catch onto hands, get up on the high ground. A second one in for Stormer. Patience pays off for Entity. They get the Roshan, they get the kills.
They control the area so nicely, right? As soon as they get that D ward on high ground that they were trying to get for so long, they feel a lot more confident to commit. And the Doom, even though it doesn't, kill the Razor, it has to reset. They have to reset the fight. They have to kind of run away because of it, which gives them the space to be able to commit into Roche. Again, really smart moves from Entity.
You see there, one of the slower Roshan timers we've had this tour.
And yeah, Visage, I mean, it's always really scary when you're playing these, these squishy saving supports in the backlines once he has the Aghanims. He tries to get the curse off, but he distanced the birds away, and those birds killed Pexu in what? 1 second? Not even? Look at this. Like,
Let's have a look.
Just disintegrated.
Yeah, they really, you can feel how much Goon Squad knew this Roche fight was so important for them to try and have a bit of an entrance around, but they couldn't do it. Entity, they continue to keep that lead, grow it. And Pure and Storm at the top.
And we truly see why the Venomancer is this so obnoxious hero versus this lineup of Goonsquad. Sure, he's 0, 5, and 8, but he's doing his job. He just plays down the wards. He's this obnoxious hero that they have to kind of try to commit through, which just gives this sniper and this Visage kind of all the opportunities. Glad's about to be finished also for Fishman, so a big increase this game, of course, is going to be for both the Sniper and the Visage.
Working their way around the tier 2s now and getting control of Goon Squad's jungle. Really limiting the spots that Aqua's going to feel safe to get out into.
He's 3-1 and 2 on the Bloodseeker, but it's really just feeling like he just can't actually ever get onto the Sniper in these fights. It's really all up to Pexu and Limp, as we've been saying over and over again. It's just really difficult for Aqua. And now the farm will continue. Entity continue to grow further and further ahead. And the further and further ahead they get, I feel like it gets actually more and more scary for the Bloodseeker to be able to play into this matchup versus the Sniper.
Yeah, especially Sniper Pure. It's close to having the Hurricane Pike.
Yeah.
So further ways to separate themselves and make it even more irritating for these heroes that need to close the gap.
And eventually he will have Shard as well, so he'll have another element to be able to distance himself away. And not as difficult as the last game for Goonsquad, but it's still pretty damn hard for them to ever get on the Sniper.
Certainly going in that direction.
Feels like almost they need a blink on S4 too. It's so hard to do these type of plays because you're playing into the Tiny. Playing into the Venomancer. It does feel like they need these extra layers of being able to jump though.
Gonna find Stormer.
He's
jump
got
here
the Shard.
from Lim. See if the team's going to be able to do anything that protects Stormer. He's pretty deep under the tower. They're going to try. They're in with the Doom. Drop down onto S4. Hook shot to the side to control Lim for now. Storm's still alive. He's able to hide in the trees. Aqua will turn towards Toby to try and run him down, but he's very, very low himself as the Bloodseeker, so he has to back off. Stormer's going to end up being fine. Lim will be able to blink out in time, but as you can see, Entity, they're ready to keep this fight going under the tier 2 tower. They take out S4. The Curse will hold back and take down Kataomi, but it's going to be a bit of a clean up still for Entity as Stormer gets the double.
He gets his silent as the Grave off. He just flies out of the fight before they actually able to get on top of him. Ruptured, but stand still. Nicely done from the Visage again. And yeah, if you watch the Aqua trying to get into the fight, it's so hard for him to get onto these heroes. They are just a bit too tanky. Limp?
He's got to be a bit careful playing around here.
He definitely does. Stormstormer's going to start scouting over here.
Is he able to find him?
He sees him.
Lim. Also, you got BKB still on cooldown for 30 seconds.
He is in a world of pain.
There's not going to be many places this man can run. Pure also turning up to make sure it's an easy kill here for Entity.
That was some nice game sense from Stormstormer, just knowing that he's still going to be in the trees there.
We'll see this fight again. It looked to be a solid start. Limp gets a good toss back onto Stormer, but they just couldn't quite kill him.
He's just got the Shard, just turns to stone, and then, ready? Just gonna fly away. See ya.
Excellent escape into the trees, and Fishman on top of that, wasting some of Limp's BKB duration, holding him in position with the hook shot. Now they're ready to go up to the base. I mean, Pure, he just walked straight up
Oh my
there.
god.
He's not scared at all.
Pexu almost just gets two-shotted.
Still has this Aegis for a minute. Yeah, Pure just...
He's so confident.
Is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Without the Tiny in play, there's nothing really that can offset him if he does go for those high ground plays.
Who's going to jump him?
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The benefit, of course, as well of those Plague Wars, just meaning that Pure has consistent vision to hit the tower from a distance.
Yeah, Rocket Flare, Plague Wards, Shrapnel as well on high ground, so yeah, they can always just keep hitting the tower. 14k lead. Near level 25 on the Visage. I mean, once you hit 25 at the Visage, really just, it unlocks a whole nother potential of the hero with that third familiar.
I mean, the charm of the smoke here, Goon Squad.
See if they can catch anything.
Can they find Stormer?
He has been such a nuisance.
Is the Aegis gone out of the hands of Pure? Would not be a bad time for Goon Squad to strike, but Entity's ready. Smoked up themselves.
Toby's almost level 18 also. Kaya Sanj done. Poison Nova's gonna hurt even more. And yeah, there's just a wall. There's always a wall between the sniper and Goon Squad. There's just either the Vano or this Clockwork that's always disrupting them from them to be able to get on top of Pure.
Yeah, now they know exactly where Goon Squad is. Very hard for Goon Squad to get in on the fight now. Espel's still going to try.
Stormer. Sneaking in. It's a scary place for an Io and a Wyvern too, out in the open versus a Visage.
I mean, and they're ready to fight this Entity. They're just in with a hook shot. Pexu is falling low. He might be forced to get his ult off it, but he can't. He goes down. They take him out. Doom gets dropped down onto S4. Hansken will manage to take him out of something. He still goes down. They've closed the gap on Pure.
They get him.
Big focus there from Aqua. Straight towards the sniper. He's able to take him out. So they can get more though. They're starting to tick low to the poison limb. Is he gonna go down? He is. Catarome is able to jump back in. Aqua also taken out. As they may have killed the sniper. Great curse. Will set up for them to take down Fishman as well.
A lot of buybacks, even Pure, he's under vision, so they do see the positioning of the sniper right now.
And with 4 buybacks there from Goon Squad to try and keep that fight going. 2 from Entity.
They finally do find Pure though. They were able to get on him because they did have that vision, I believe, in the backline still of him. So they were able to commit onto him, but now there's something else they have to worry about. Sure, they killed the sniper, but as you mentioned, Stormer is a big problem this game.
He was just pretty much untouchable in that team fight.
Yeah, and he's about to have AC done. He's got 25, so his damage is going to just go through the roof here.
And a bit of a tricky buyback situation.
He might just kill S4. S4 has to be careful.
Definitely a bit of a plus for Goon Squad that Pure did buyback. His buyback itself didn't achieve anything, at least not immediately. So whilst they, of course, have the 4 buybacks on cooldown, Entity do have a big one on their side on cooldown. You know, if they can find that sniper again, take him out, it's going to be a tough few moments there for Entity without Pure alive.
And this time, look at the target priority. Aqua, he just literally pops BKB, gets the rupture, and just completely runs at the sniper.
That's the way he's got to do it.
Yep.
Have to just go straight for Pure.
Back in the game. Smoke. Goon Squad out in the open.
Again, any death on Goon Squad's heroes is going to mean they're out for good.
Pure he is very far up. He has to be a bit more careful with his positioning.
Got to play incredibly defensive Goon Squad.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Scary though. As soon as they make the way toward top, Stormer sneaks bottom. Double catapult wave plus 3 birds. Tower nearly dead. And vision control. That's what Entity's been all about with this Venomancer. They walk into the high ground, put some wards down. Very limited vision right now for Goon Squad to be able to go for any of these jumps to try to find Sniper at all. Now kind of trapped in their base again.
There we go.
Butterfly
Butterfly done. I mean, Aqua
His
is...
timings are still pretty good.
And he has got the tools to kill the sniper at a pretty decent speed.
Radiant's bottom tower
If he gets
is
in on
under
top of
attack.
Pure during the BKB. And as we've seen kind of through the BKB, you know, outside of the Doom and the hook shot, it's very likely Aqua is going to be able to close that gap.
Does get vision right there, the Doom. That told me with that ward. Does see where Goon Squad is at the moment.
Pure's got a DD.
Yes, he does.
Might not be time to fight.
He also is about to have
Goon Squad.
Butterfly. He can disassemble the Mask of Madness if he'd like to have it for Pure. So a little bit, you know, that evasion could be the difference versus the Bloodseeker. That's really going to be eyes on Aqua and Limp if they can get on him this time. Limited vision. They still have that mid ward, though, that's been placed for quite some time, giving them good information on Goon Squad.
They're happy to hold this position around the pit.
Yeah, Roche is going to be respawning in about 20 seconds, so Goon Squad, they have to try to make their way onto some type of high ground, because right now in this open area, it's very scary, as we mentioned, for those supports.
I mean, S4's
Hanskin,
starting to charge in. Hanskin, is he just
he's
straight
just
up
gone.
there? Stormer destroying Hanskin. So now Katomi's in with the jump. They're going to get straight in on top of Pexu. We'll see the buyback come out now from Hanskin, but that's Pexu out for 80 seconds. Aqua, he's in with the BKB. He's trying to come in onto Toby, but they're getting taken down one by one.
Look at Stormer go.
I mean, Hanskin's come back in to try and help S4, but S4, he's going to get taken down surely if he's not able to run. He's going to try and run from this one. But Kataomi and Fishman continue to poke with him. He's able to get back in and take down Kataomi.
Pure's coming back, though. He did TP to base when he got ruptured, but now he's trying to cut off S4, but won't be able to. S4 looks like he should be safe.
He's going to get out, but now it's 3 dead on Goon Squad. Of course, their buyback still unavailable.
And Roche, it's back up. And Stormer, I think he's been to the point for some time saying, move over, Pure, I'm the carry.
It's definitely been his game here this time round, Storm.
And that's, I kept reiterating the fighting in the open thing, because this is what happens when you are playing versus Vistage.
I mean, look at the poor old Io.
Look at him.
Hanskin didn't stand a chance.
Both supports, this is the scariest place in the game for them to really be.
Desperately looking for the fights here, Goon Squad. It's not easy when they're 20k behind. We're seeing that exactly here. Being dealt with very well. Aqua having to find a target to come on with his BKB. Spends a lot of time trying to chase Toby. Means that Pure gets a very free fight to have. Now with the Aegis in the hands of the sniper, they're ready to push up to the high ground.
Doom has a refresher as well, so like we mentioned, those 4 cores, it's fully hit its timing when he does respawn.
And look at the barracks.
It's gone.
Radiant's top
Good old
tower is
Visage right now. Next.
I'll have the full team back up in 10 seconds, Goon Squad. They'll probably get one more fight out of this game.
Look at how fast the buildings just die at this point.
And they just
versus
can't
it.
quite kill him either.
All the talents that come into play, the minus armor, the AC as well, the boots of the bearing. These buildings just get shredded, and they can't even finish off a single one of the familiars there on the retreat. They will back up. They do have a big wave coming in bottom. Looks like they want to try to probably farm that one out.
Dire's bottom tower is under
It's a
attack.
juicy one. Look at all those range creeps.
Where the hell did I go?
Pure. He's ready to get his MKB next.
Yep.
They'll deal with that butterfly of Aqua.
Shard's done too, as we saw from the Roche, of course. So he has that extra little bit to protect himself, and also 25. Could see an argument. I mean, both talents are very good this game. The shrapnel one and the range one. He's actually going to take the range.
Smoke time from Goon Squad. Could be the last one we see from them.
Yep.
This series.
Katomi, he breaks it immediately.
He's going to turn, drop down the Doom. He's going to put the BKB refresher as well. Maybe look to get a second
He's got
off.
the
He's
second
able
one
to
out.
do so. He may have died, but he got the 2 Dooms off. Now with a hook shot over from Fishman, it's going to be Limp. Trapped in the cogs. He's out of the game. So is Pexu. Double kill for Stormer once again. I mean, great stuff there from Katomi, blocking off the smoke, that one smoke that maybe would have given Goon Squad a chance to fight back. He dispels it and getting both dooms off under the pressure.
It feels like they always see the smokes or something, right? It feels like they're always so well aware of the way that they position themselves. This wall, this barricade, the supports just keep tanking these spells. And still gets everything out. And now S4.
He's got a BKB and run.
Oh, getting blocked by creeps. Oh.
Buyback on Peksu, but as you can see, that's still unavailable for
Look at
Limp
here.
and Hansken. Limp will have it back in. I know he's showing the money as well, actually.
is.
So they're out for full duration.
And Pure, he's just a turret now with that level 25 talent plus Grove Bow.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Trying to get close to this sniper, but they just can't.
It's so funny to watch when he gets there.
The rupture.
Okay.
Aqua sneaking up on him a
But
bit.
the buildings, look at the Raxes are just gone.
Radiant's bottom
S4.
has fallen.
He's dead.
He's just owning off the whole team while Storm killed the base.
Peksu's also dead. They're stuck in the fountain. They've got a buyback available on S4. They're trying to do their best to find some sort of way to fight Entity, but the tier 4s are falling. Oh, it's a good toss. That's a top tier toss, but it ain't quite enough. Pure's able to jump out to the side. He can even take down the ones. He still has that Aegis. They will get him the ones, but look at the ancient fall in and the focus of the familiars.
Wow.
As there we go. GG, well played, it's called. Entity take game 2. With that, the series is theirs. Not quite as fast as a win as game 1 was, but still, without a doubt, a very, very convincing one. It looked